we are going to give everybody a few more minutes to log in, and then we are going to get started. Oh. All right, we're going to give it like one more minute, and then we will start. All right. Well, let's just get started. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. In case you're not sure who I am, my name is Elise Fry, and I'm the Director of the Health Plan Options here at URL Insurance Group. So feel free to reach out to myself or anyone on my team for any group or under 65 assistance. Some quick housekeeping items. There is a chat and Q&A. Please feel free to ask any questions throughout, and there's also a handout section. Feel free to download, click on the link, all the things. It's all available for you. Now that we have that out of the way, I'm excited to have Lindsay Watson from M&S EAP, partnered with Capital Blue Cross, and we have Sean Madera here from Capital Blue Cross. And today we're going to be going over the EAP program that's built into the Capital Blue Cross plans for your group clients. And I hope you find this valuable. So thank you again for coming. And without further ado, I'm just going to let Lindsay take it over.
Thanks, Elise. Like Elise said, my name is Lindsay Watson, and I am with M&S EAP. And I am here to just give you a brief overview of what is built into the plans, what's available for your groups and their employees that have the Capital Blue Cross Health Insurance. If you have any questions, like Elise said, throughout, feel free to ask. I don't mind being interrupted and answering questions that may pop up, so feel free. So what is an employee assistance program? So it is the value-added Capital Blue Cross that is provided in your insurance plans. So we offer free counseling services and other specific resources to all eligible members that have the Capital Blue Cross Health Insurance plans. Now, it's not just counseling. We'll dive into each section here in the next couple of slides that go over just the resources and the counseling as well. So the groups that you work with that have the Capital Blue Cross Health Insurance built into their plans are small groups, mid-market, small business, and starting in January, we added it to eligible individual subscribers as well. So those groups have it built into the health insurance plan, and it is there for their employees to access and use as long as they are enrolled in the Capital Blue Cross Health Insurance plan. Some employers I know offer it to family members, dependents, so those would be available as well for them to use as long as they are covered. All right, so the first main chunk that everybody thinks of is the mental health side, which is the counseling. So for them, they have access to 4 free sessions per eligible subscriber. So that goes back again. So if it is the mom or dad working and they're covered and they have their son or daughter covered under the plan, they may access the service too, and they each get 4. It's not shared. They each are eligible for the 4 sessions to use. We have counselors that offer virtual, telephonic, or in-person type sessions. There's tons of online resources, and it is a renewable service. So what that means is they have the 4 sessions, and after their 4th session in 2 months, they are eligible to renew that again. So that leads them to have about 12 sessions per year to use than if they are able to take, that 2-month break and want to renew. So that is a possibility for them to access more than just the 4. And that rolls over. And on the other side, it kind of explains some areas that we see that people reach out for help, for counseling. So we have family issues, stress, anxiety, job stressors are always a big one. Family problems, marital problems. These are just to name a few. It's not limited to that. It is a question that we ask when they call in, what they are looking for help in, what specific area, so that we can pair them with a counselor that specializes in that area of need. And if we don't have anybody, we usually research and reach out and try to recruit ones to come on board that can help you with that area. So this is the counseling side. Again, it's 4 per person that is eligible through the Capital Blue Cross Health Insurance Plan. Now, we do verify that they have the Capital Blue Cross Health Insurance when they call us. We do ask them for either their member ID, or we can look them through their name and date of birth. So we do verification to make sure that they have the Capital Blue Cross Health Insurance Plan. And then the next one we have available is what we have is the elder care resource. So we work with a company that provides, similar to the counseling sessions, you can use your 4 sessions to talk to an elder care specialist. And those are renewable again, like the counseling sessions. So if you use a session for elder care and want to use the other 3 towards counseling, you can. But it is session based because it is with an elder care law specialist that can assist you. So this is if you're taking care of a loved one, mom, dad, maybe grandma or grandpa, or an aunt or uncle, that you may have to look into transitioning into a home. You have end of life planning questions, Medicare or Medicaid type questions, estate planning, anything that you may come across. You may not think about it now, but when that time comes and you don't know where to turn or who to ask questions or help for, we do have an elder care resource that can assist you in that planning. And it would be no charge to you for those 4 sessions. We find that most are able to get the assistance and help that they need in 1 session, but you are able to use those 4 sessions to give you that guidance and support along the way. And then more newly added for us is a legal resource. So what that is it's a 30-minute free consultation with an attorney, and that is per legal matter. It pretty much covers everything except for employment law, obviously for conflict of interest, but anything you can think of. We've had callers call in to ask for help with wills or custody, estate questions, immigration questions, just to name a few that we've come across, bankruptcy. And that is a 30-minute free consultation. And then if you need to retain the lawyer moving forward, it is a 25% discount on their services. Excuse me. So that is a nationwide system too. So they do an intake with you, with the client. They'll ask them some basic questions, demographics, and then provide them with an attorney in their location to have that 30-minute free consultation with and ask those questions. They have tons of online resources and forms as well. So if you're looking to fill out a will and may want an attorney for that 30-minute consultation just to walk you through, they have forms that you can use as well. So that is another thing that we direct people towards as well for that. And then the last main chunk is our financial resource. So we work with a company called Balance that is a financial planner, assistant, coach kind of thing. And that is a 30-minute free consultation as well. And those are unlimited to have. So budgeting, planning, student loan, debt management, anything. You may be a new homeowner and you have questions with loans and things like that. This person is available for them to call and ask questions and get some guidance with those things as well. They have a ton of online resources as well and things that they can direct them to help get them on the right direction. So that's kind of the 4 main areas. Now we do help others with community resources. I always like to mention that too. So if you have someone that doesn't know where to go, they need help for paying an electric bill or something in that nature, we do have a wide variety of community resources that we can direct them to. Housing questions, we've helped with people finding food banks, things on those nature. It's not just limited to those 4 slides. We are here to help and guide them, give them direction. Like I said, we do have a wide variety of different community resources that we can direct them to as well. And the EAP is voluntary and 100% confidential. We like to stress that because a lot of people are leery about calling somebody to ask for help and that it would get back to their employer or somebody else. And that is not the case unless at the bottom of that slide there you see those 4 instances where we would have to break confidentiality with the client if they are a threat to themselves, to someone else, it's a court order, or it's a child abuse related case. We would have to report those. And it is good to remind your employees that we are here. You can definitely guide them to us to ask questions, to get the help that they need, even if you don't feel comfortable. A lot of employers and employees, don't feel comfortable directing employees to resources, but we are here. We are available. And like I said, no question is too hard for us. We have resources. We can direct them to where they need to go. We are always here. And we do have an answering service, so we are available 24/7, 365 days a year as well. We like to stress that to them. So if they need to call at 5, 6 o'clock at night out of our business hours, they will always get somebody on the phone to speak to. They work with us and they can give referrals and direct them to resources. And they also have master level therapists on the line that if somebody is in a crisis, just feeling really out there, needing to talk to somebody right then and there, they can call and talk to somebody and help them through that at any time, 24/7. We also have our website that is available to you guys for them to access their other resources. So our website is mseap.com, and you'll see at the top right-hand corner this orange button that says Work Life section. That is where you would click and put in the access code that you would need to use. So on this, there's different ones listed for you. Broker demo is just for brokers that can go in and look around as well and see what's on there. If anyone has questions, it's kind of a good one for you to use to go and explore yourself. The business groups, the small and mid, use CBG for the employees, and the CBG2 is for like HR supervisors because there is an extra tab on their page of specific needs towards HR and supervisors. And individual subscribers use that CBG MAP. You do not need to register. You can register, and the register part is only if you are going to access a training on our website that you would like a certificate at the end. So we do have multiple trainings that companies use for their employees and would like to know that they completed it. There is a certificate option, and you would have to register for that to access that. And if you register, you can stop the trainings and come back to them as you please. So that's the little added benefit of registering, but you can access everything the same way by just putting in that access code and going in the normal way over here on the right-hand side. And then when you log on, this is what the main page would look like for them. At the top, there's a satisfaction survey, our number in case they're on there and don't know what to do or are lost or have questions, they can call us And then there is an online referral form. That is another way to access services, and I'll explain that a little bit more in another slide here. But we have a live chat too that we man during the business hours. So if they are on the website and have questions on how to get services or something related to the website, they can live chat us and we will answer them. It also has this is a great tool too to share with your groups. There's a 6-minute video here that kind of explains the services, short and sweet, of what is available to them that they can watch at their own leisure. It's, like I said, about 6 minutes. And then if you scroll down on our page, you'll start to see these different tiles of different areas that are available for them. Like I said, there's a training center with tons of webinars, different topics, different financial calculators, health, relationships. We have a legal slide, some legal forms on there. There are some forms that you can print off and then go and get notarized as well on your own. Emotional well-being, different assessments and tools. Our newsletters that we do monthly are on there. We pick a specific topic, and those are all housed in there. So you can look at old ones as well, recipes, and again, another area of just webinars. So there's tons on here, lots of good trainings, webinars, different types of resources and articles for them to access as well. And then going back out, there was a blue button that says Get Help Now. And that is the online form as well. You can access it there on the website, like I said, or out here. And it is an online form that they can fill out to request services that they're looking for as well. So if they don't have time to call and don't like talking on the phone, we understand. So we have another way. They can fill out this online form. It gets sent to us, and we can communicate to them by email as well if they would prefer that. So when they call or fill out this form, I'll just give you a basic idea what we look for. We just ask for some basic information, name, demographics, who you work for, how you get the EAP, and what resource you're looking for, counseling or another resource. If you have any preferences, we ask, if you want the in-person or virtual. Some prefer a male counselor or a female counselor. We've had, faith-based, non-faith-based, any kind of preferences that you have. We like to pair you with a counselor that fits their needs and what they're looking for to make the process as easy as possible for them. So it's just some basic information, and then we provide them with options that accept EAP for them to call and schedule with that works with their schedule and their time. So we are kind of the connection in between to get them started and moving in the right direction for the resource that they need. And it's simple, just some basic info. It takes a couple minutes to get them moving and get them where they need to go. And then this last slide is just our basic information, our phone number, our general inbox email, our website, and then myself and my coworker Jessica are what we are called the CBC retention specialists. So we work a lot with the Capital Blue Cross groups and closely with Capital Blue Cross. So if you have any questions or needs, feel free to reach out to us. So that is the presentation, and I don't see any questions at this time, but if anybody has any questions or needs anything clarified, feel free.
I think you did that in record time. I wish I had questions for you. I don't see any, as like you said. Hopefully, just as a reminder, there are handouts. There's also a link, and there's a special M&S section to the Capital Blue Cross link as well. So definitely, take a look at that. And if you think of any questions, reach out to me and I can get them over to Lindsay, can get them over to Sean, whatever works. And, thank you so much for doing this. I get a lot of questions on this. And one of our internal reps actually just got a group asking specifically about Capital's EAP. So I will make sure that they get further information. And I told them to join, so I'm not sure if they're one of the people that have joined. So,
Yep, feel free to direct them to me. I'm happy to do something like this with them on, one-on-one level as well, to answer any questions or give them the info
wonderful.
that they need.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the big things that come up, and I said I'd be quiet most of the time. One of the big things that does come up that really doesn't sink in until you hear it over and over again is that this program is built into your medical. This is part of every benefit that's out there in our small group market. So when you have an employer group that has our PPACA plan, they have this today. You have an employer group that has our small business ASO, they have this benefit today that they could be using. You're selling a program that maybe has a high deductible, one of our QHDHP plans. Somebody is worried about a deductible, worried about a copay. Remember, they have this benefit too. If it's just for counseling, they need, not just for counseling, it's huge, but if they want to talk to somebody, they have this benefit today. So it's one of those things that can't be stressed enough, that this extra benefit sitting out there for your employer groups or your individual clients that they could be accessing.
Yep. The awareness is the big thing. Lots of people I talk to don't know that we're there and that we're hidden in those plans. So that's what I've been working to try to connect and spread the word. It's a free service and it's there. They can use it. You never know when you need counseling or even have a legal question or a financial type question. Like, and it doesn't have to just be for you. Like I said, if you're covered dependents and you have a college student in a different state, they can use that services too. We're in almost all 50 states now. We have companies and providers and resources throughout. So it's not just specific to Pennsylvania either.
Perfect.
Yep, and you could be talking to an employer group today that's not with Capital, that maybe actually paying for this benefit through another carrier or another provider. So again, this is all built into the rates. So make sure they know about it and use it as your advantage out there in the market.
Yes, I would have to agree. I had a question earlier about family law things. So, I was like, we got to look into the EAP. I'm pretty sure it's part of a category there. So, yeah, I thank you. Thank you. It's always wonderful to learn all of this stuff or relearn it or rehear it. As Sean said, like it's one of those things you need to drill into your brain for you to remember. So, thank you both.
Thank you.
Questions, reach out to me. I'll get them to Lindsay and Sean, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.